Belgium, the heart of the world's diamond trade. But underneath the glamour lies a shadowy story, 100 million diamond heist, daring thieves, and whispers of mafia involvements. Today we are unraveling the 2003 Diamond Antwerp heist, including the mafia ties, the inside job, and how most of the loot was never actually found. Welcome to the underground. And your fee is gonna be to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Without a further ado, let's go. Imagine criminals so bold that they actually rented an office inside of the Diamond Center in a way and planned for years and actually executed one of the most sophisticated heists in history. And then I want you to imagine also that just some of them got caught and the treasure still missing. And now let us set the stage. In February 2003, a careful, chosen group broke into one of the world's most high-security vaults, the AWDC, beneath a building in Antwerp's Diamond District. They bypassed 10 layers of security, including infrared sensors, Doppler radar, magnetic field locks, and even seismic alarms. And they all walked out with $100 million of gold, diamonds, cash, everything you can think of. But when it comes to such a big operation, who is behind it? Who's the mastermind? At the center of it was Leonardo Notarbartolo, a small-time jeweler from Turin, Italy. He and his crew called themselves the School of Turin, a tight-knit network of criminals including Elio Donorio, Ferdinando Finotto, Pietro Tavano, and there's even more. Some investigators actually suspect many more links to the Italian mafia basically. In a long interview from prison, Notarbartolo even claimed his cousin was a Sicilian mob boss, though he denied a full mafia conspiracy. And his group's methods, resources, and origins fuel speculation that this was more than just a heist. It was a high-stake organized crime operation. And so how did they execute it and how did they get away? Well, they actually planned for years, rented a full office in the Diamond Center, basically right there in the center, under a fake company of course, and even practiced a full-on scale replica of the vault. And basically they were in a little apartment also, where they would always regroup and everything, and they would always like say what they need to do. And up until the night where they did it, basically they were in an apartment that the investigators and everything found out about after the facts, of course. And on the night of the heist, they used hairspray on heat sensors to disable them. They brought in a shield to block infrared detection, and they also cut power to security cameras and swapped out tapes with fake banked footages. And so in total, they basically looted 123 boxes in that vault. Literally more than half of the vault. And then they walked out clean. Literally masters of the heist. But in all of it, their downfall was not in the errors that they must have made, like in the heist itself. No, it was because of a bin bag discarded on the side of a road between Antwerp and Brussels, videotapes, ID cards, garbage, and a half-eaten salami sandwich. DNA from that sandwich helped lead investigators to Notarbartolo. So after the heist, basically some of them had to discard of the trash that they had during the whole heist and everything, and like basically their evidence in a way. And one of them was like, you know what, I'm gonna go and take care of it myself. So basically that's what he did. But basically somebody discovered that trash and was suspicious about that trash and called the cops. And when they called the cops were like, hold on, what are they saying? They found this, what happened? And they started on collecting the evidence, and they saw that the evidence clearly might lead them to the heist, to the people that made the heist possible basically. And so how do they capture them? Well, let's see. Notarbartolo was arrested days after the heist and eventually sentenced to 10 years in prison. 3 of his Italian collaborators also received prison terms, such as 5 years each. But here's the kicker: the story does not end here. One member, the so-called King of Keys, was never caught. Most of the diamonds still never recovered. Notar Bartolo claimed in interviews that they were actually hired by a diamond dealer and maybe only stole $20 million, suggesting an insurance fraud. So why does the actual mafia theory hold? And if there were mafia links, it changes the whole story, and let me tell you why. This wasn't just a heist, it was potentially a mafia-backed operation. It raises tough questions also. For example, did organized crime use the heist to launder money? Or did some of the loot vanish into criminal networks rather than in suitcases or private safes? And so even decades later, the full truth still remains unclear. Like, there's still a lot of mystery around all of this case. And the mystery is part of the legend. The Antwerp Diamond Heist wasn't just a clever burglary. It might have been a mafia-level crime, carried out by professionals who planned, trained, and executed like a mafia syndicate. They pulled off the heist of the century, escaped with most of the loot, and left behind only scraps of evidence to be pieced together by investigators. And what if the real masterminds of that heist never went to prison actually? And what if the diamonds are actually still out there? Hidden, sold, used, we don't know where they are. And this story, from A to Z, was absolutely insane. To see that in the capital of the world of diamonds, basically, which is Antwerp, that is a fact. And once you go to Antwerp, you'll understand how much diamond is in there, to the point where they even have vaults and centers and banks that take care of all of those diamonds. I am telling you, that is the capital of diamonds of the world. And the fact that they went there and did that, legendary status. And I'm literally thinking the mafia did it just to prove a point that they can actually do it. And they did it. That's all I'm gonna say. Allegedly. And on that note, if you guys like this video, like this story, don't forget to like your boy's video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know down in the comments below for a part 2. And on that note, see you in the next one. Peace.